Happy New Year, guys! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button. It's just down there. Today's video is going to kind of be a roundup of the things that I made for my #Make9 for 2017, but then also a summary of some of my favourite makes from 2017. So just to refresh myself and everyone else who hasn't already seen my Make9 video, the #Make9 is something that was set by Rachelle new. 2017 was the first year that I took part in it, but it has been going on for longer than just last year. And my Make 9 were jeans, a wedding or prom dress, coat, bag/purse, trousers, shirt or blouse, jersey, knit tops, blinds and cushion covers. Of the 9, I've done, I'm going to say 5.5, because I didn't make blinds, I made cafe curtains, but it's still window decoration. And I didn't necessarily make a jersey stretch top. I made a dress and I used jersey fabric. I made some jersey tops, but they weren't necessarily like t-shirts and things like that. So I'm going to go with 5.5, which, you know, out of 9, it's not too bad. It's about a pass. I'd say that's probably what, like a C, maybe. The great thing about the #Make9 is that it's not as if at the end of the year you don't make all 9 things. No one's gonna come in and be like, oh, you didn't do it, you're such a loser, which I think is really great, because then it's like no pressure. And for me as well, I wanted to use my Make9 as something, if I ever had a moment when I was a bit like, I want to make something but I don't know what to make, I can revert to this Make9 and I can make something from there. These were all things that I wanted to make. I had intentions to make them, but it was more, if I got inspired by something else, then that's also fine. But it was pretty early on in 2017 that I could not be bothered to make any cushion covers. I just wanted to make cushion covers to like spruce up some cushions that I have, but the thought of making the cushion covers just never really inspired me loads. Blinds, when it came to actually sitting down and making the Roman blinds that I was gonna make, again, I just didn't really feel inspired to. And then I found out about cafe curtains, and I was, in my mind, I was just like, why go through the effort of making Roman blinds when I don't really want to? I can't really find the fabric that I want when I can just make cafe curtains. They're pretty straightforward, quite simple, fairly easy to whip up. I have done a DIY video how to, which I will link up in the cards for you to check out if you want to make your own cafe curtains. They are very, very easy to make, and it was actually relatively fun to make them, but I wouldn't be rushing to make any more window dressings, if I'm honest. The wedding/prom dress, someone did ask me to make them a wedding dress, I know, like crazy, but then that fell through, and then I just never really got inspired to make a prom dress just for the sake of making a prom dress. So who knows, maybe next year I will. As far as jeans are concerned, I did try and make a pair of jeans, I think either at the beginning of this year or towards the end of last year. I'll add in the clip and check the dates, and they really turned out quite poorly. So I was like, you know what, maybe I just use the wrong pattern. If I can get a different pattern, then it might work out a bit better. But ultimately, I have no real desire to make jeans. I managed to get my hands on a pair of Levi jeans, really cheap, and the way that they fit and how they were made, I just thought to myself, if I can just get really well-made jeans by people that know how to make jeans, know how to use the fabric, know how to do all the techniques already, I'm happy with that. I don't really need to make my own jeans. I can spend my time exploring other things that I would want to make. So I'm fine with not making any jeans. So on to the things that I did make. So coat is the second thing. So this coat, I'm just gonna hold up because it's finished but not really finished, so I'll probably show it a bit better at a later date. But this coat was a late addition to my things that I made in 2017. It was something that was done a little bit rushed at the end of the year. The pattern was bought again quite late in the year. I think it was quite a seasonal thing, and my intention for the coat wasn't to make that one. I wanted to make a different coat, which is currently in work, which I'm sure I will show you guys at a later date once that's finished. And that's probably the one that I really wanted to make, and probably is the one, it doesn't match the image that I had on my Make9, but it's more closely related. So I'm going to give myself a tick on the coat, because I did make a coat, even though I did do it rushed, and the one I actually wanted to make I haven't finished, but the coat is still made. So a bag or purse. So I haven't made a bag. My intention was to make a rucksack, which I didn't make. I was gifted this one, this faux leather and African print one was a gift. There's a rucksack behind it that you can't see that I bought, which was very much similar to the rucksack I had intended to make. So I thought to myself, why bother to make one if there is one that can be bought? So I bought one, but I made myself a little makeup bag, which was actually really simple to whip up and has made me think that I want to make more of them. But then I think to myself, how many small bags do I really need in my life? I only really need one makeup bag at a time, all these sorts of things. So we'll see. Maybe I'll start making myself those little shoulder bags, or maybe little clutch bags, I'm not too sure, but it was quite fun to make, and I have loads of batting left. I think that's how you pronounce it, so I should probably get on with making something else. Trousers. So I did make a lot of trousers this year. A lot of them stemmed from the pattern hack that I did, which I've done a video on. So I've got these khaki ones that I made, I think towards the end of last year, or the beginning of this year. No, yeah, towards the beginning of this year. Then I've got these grey ones that I made, and then I made them in black. I had intended to make them in tan as well, and then I thought that might be a bit overkill. So I'm going to look to find either a different trouser pattern, or I'm going to try and hack a different trouser pattern. The next thing, so shirt or blouse. I don't have any of them to show because they've all been worn and washed, and they're either in the wash basket, needing to be ironed, so not necessarily that presentable to show. So I'm going to pass on showing you those, but I did make quite a few. But again, I'm in the realms of, yes, I can make buttonholes now. I've got over my buttonhole dread, but I still don't like making buttonholes. So I'm going to take a pass on that. And I'm just going to, I think, going into 2018, look at different kinds of tops that I can make. So speaking of different tops, I'm skipping ahead onto one of my favourite makes of 2017. And it's this peplum top, this sleeveless peplum top that I made by copying a top that I already had, and I made it into this, and I absolutely love it. And I made it obviously as a cord, whoops, with this button front pencil skirt, which was a little bit of a pattern hack in itself. Some of the buttons have come off because I didn't secure them properly, but that's fine, I can re-sew them. But that is one of my favourite makes of 2017. Last on my list of things that I'm going to give myself a tick that I made is working with jersey fabric. So I made myself these harem joggers, which I will insert a picture of so you can see them a bit better. So I made myself those, and that's sweatshirt fabric, and they are super comfortable, and I just got elasticated waist. They're huge, but they're super comfortable, and they're really great just house trousers. And then I made myself this grey bomber, also in sweatshirt fabric, which again is super comfortable, really warm, and I just love it. The other makes that I made with jersey fabric were these two dresses. It's the exact same dress pattern but in two different prints, and I just love it. So they're all the things that I made / didn't make from my hashtag make 9. So now I'm going to run through with you my other favourite makes from 2017. So I've already showed you the peplum top and the skirt cord. The next thing I'm going to show you is just this halter top, which doesn't ever look very flattering on the hanger, but the print is gorgeous. It's a chiffon print, and I made it, and it's one of my favourite makes because it's a pattern that I found that was online for free. That's one thing that I did quite a lot in 2017, was look for other ways to get my hands on patterns, just because sometimes you just don't every day want to spend £7-8 on a pattern when all you really want from it is a top. So I always started looking online to see if there's any free patterns, and if you literally just search in Google free sewing patterns, you'll find several different websites that you can download different patterns on. The only issue with that is that some of them are attached to like a magazine, so you can end up downloading the pattern for free, no problem, but to get the instructions you'll then need to buy the magazine to know how the garment's put together, if that is how you prefer to work. But for me, because I've been sewing for quite a while, getting an idea of how it was meant to fit together in terms of being able to apply my knowledge from other patterns worked just as well for me. So the halter top that I've made probably isn't how the person imagined it to be finished and completed, but it's the way that I interpreted the pattern that I had. And I made that because I had fabric left over from these trousers that I made that I haven't been able to wear because I've not had anything to match it with. So when I came across that free pattern in the summer, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what fabric I want to make that into. Just a really simple halter top, great for the summer. Really nice to just be able to go out and wear something really floaty and summery without a coat or a jacket crumpling it up. One of my other makes from 2017 that will stand out for me is this dress. So this is an African print dress that I made, and the print on it is quite, it's not necessarily a difficult print, but in terms of trying to match it so that it looks sensible on your body was something that I definitely wanted to try and achieve, and I think I've done it quite well. Like I said, it's not identical because I think these prints are purposely made so they're not 100% symmetric, but I feel like that has turned out quite well, and that dress has served me well, and it's given me a lot of courage. There's a lot of sentimental value more attached to that dress than opposed to it being something fabulously outstanding. My penultimate favourite make from 2017 is this gorgeous gingham print cord, which I haven't worn or photographed yet, so hopefully I will do that soon so you guys can see it, how it looks in real life. But I absolutely love it. It's just so much fun. The fabric is gorgeous. The fabric was a gift, so I have no idea where it came from. But yeah, I just love it. And I made it again quite late in the year, so I literally just missed the warm summer months when I finished making it. So it's hopefully going to be something I can wear through spring, summer of 2018. And then my final favourite make, which if any of you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably already know, it's these tutus. Oh my gosh! This one is my ultimate favourite. It's super heavy, and as you can see, it doesn't like to stay on a hanger, and I absolutely love it. I think since the day that I made them, I have worn them the most. Of all things that I've made this year, I've probably worn these the most, 100%. And I'm 100% going to make more in 2018 because I love them. You're just going to see me walking around in tutus and t-shirts, and maybe not tiaras, but definitely tutus. So that's my sewing review of 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how you got on if you took part in the hashtag Make Night for 2017. Did you finish all your makes? Did you change any of them as you went through the year? And which one of my favourite makes from 2017 is also your favourite? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!